Another new book caught my eye this week, positing various models for eternity. David Eagleman's Sum, 40 Tales from the Afterlife, offers a roadmap to this mysterious terrain. Judging from the review I read in the Wall Street Journal, some of these models are really quite silly. One, for instance, packs all our various experiences together discretely and then reruns our life with each of these experiences glommed together in repetitive blocks. Let's say you spend 2 solid weeks flossing and brushing. There follows 15 straight months looking for lost keys, 2 days lying, 51 days deciding what to wear, and so on. By the way, anyone who spends more of her life looking for lost keys than she does lying either was born with Alzheimer's or deserves a free pass to heaven. No further questions asked. One insight in this book caught my eye, however. According to Eagleman, distant events, whether past or future, if perceived on a time continuum, loom tiny in the mind's eye. I know what he means. Even though I know I'm dying, my own death, posited out there somewhere in the future, seems very tiny, very indistinct. The space continuum is different. Revisiting the death of a loved one, my father said, or recapturing some blessed memory of our life together, lifted up and set apart from the march of time, can completely fill my mind's eye. In his review, Andrew Stark writes, "We do not notice for ourselves that death is getting closer, and yet those whom we have loved, though finally overtaken by death, are closer to us than ever before." That suggests something of what I mean when I say I'm agnostic about life after death, but believe deeply in love after death. Not only do I believe in it, I experience it. I know it. We can arrange the pictures on the walls of our mind in any way we choose. Blessed as I have been these past months with the opportunity to rearrange those pictures more thoughtfully, my memory wall is today almost totally filled with images of love. The love of my parents and family, of my wife and children, with images of my friends' love, and your love for me as well. When I enter the halls of memory, my mind unclouded by the shadows of what might have been or what yet may be, I enter the eternal now. Each image in this space is lit by love. The pictures that adorn my mind illuminate my life. I enter an eternal present through the gates of love, and for one sweet, shining, everlasting moment, truly sense that I am saved. The same lesson is the message in the bottle of my new and final book, Love and Death. As I have had the leisure to reflect upon it further, It grows, this lesson, in both clarity and power. Yet I also know how deeply love can hurt, and how sensible it seems sometimes to rip its recurring promise from the tapestries of our lives. I know how tempting it can be to protect our hearts from the pain of being broken. Not only the pain of betrayal, but also the abiding pain of loss. What I have said in every memorial service I have ever conducted is true. The more we love, the more we risk to lose, and therefore stand to fear. Grief, you see, is love's measure. The courage to die is nothing when compared to the courage of those who live on after us, their hearts broken by their loss. Yet, it is precisely at these moments when we are invited before love's tribunal to be judged. Are you guilty of love or not guilty? That is life's ultimate question. I'm speaking not of obsessions that destroy or compulsions that betray, but of real love, honest love, deep love and true, though it too may and will break our hearts. Again and again over the course of a lifetime, we are brought before the tribunal of love, where the innocent are damned and the guilty are saved. In its Latin root, salvation means health, in the same sense that the Teutonic words hail, whole, and holy are cognates. Sin, in contrast, speaks of disease, of division, brokenness, estrangement. This is the human condition. Much of our lives are lived, to one extent or another, in a state of sin, haunted by our conscience, which is one instrument of judgment at love's tribunal. We are often at odds with our better selves, with what Lincoln called the better angels of our nature. If we live divided within ourselves, we also live divided from our neighbors, from our enemies, even from our loved ones, those nearest and most dear. In fact, who knows better how to hurt our loved ones than we do? Over time, we may grow so expert at this that no one, their worst enemy included, could administer an equal shot of pain. And finally, we live estranged from God, from the ground of our being, taking life for granted rather than receiving it as a gift, sometimes even actively begrudging it. We ask of life the most impertinent question of all: what did I do to deserve this?